we did not envision anything as such, right? Because when you live your dreams almost on a daily basis, and you have very clear picture in your head, right? You don't need to envision anything, because more than a vision, we wanted something very, very unique to ourselves. And then we started having a discussion with so many companies. We thought that, okay, who can really make our dreams live? At least give us something on the paper where we can link to, we can relate to. And finally, we found someone who really helped us. The COVID had put a lot of dynamics to everybody's life, right? We used to live in a very, very family with the parents. Then we thought that the house was not insufficient for us, right? We were having our own accommodation, right? But we thought that due to COVID, everybody was working from home, and then we also needed more space. And of course, when you're living in a house since so many years, the space was always there for you, but it was always limited, because we never felt that we would need something which is more than what we have right now. And then we decided to move in this house, and but we never wanted to move in as is. We wanted something, our dreams to be live first. And the second reason is my son is growing, right? So it's very important that he has its own unique space where if he calls upon his friends, so he can spend some time with different things. So he also needed some different space for studies, for inviting his friends, and then do something about it. So I think these were the two main reasons we thought that, okay, now let's utilize a house and turn this to the home. So I think she and I had a lot of discussion around who is going to help us. There's so many players in the market. Okay, you take a name of one person, or you even Google it, right? The list appears, you put a number there, in the next 30 minutes you get a call, and then you start talking to the people. But our main concern was something was there in the mind, and we used to fight with each other. You're not telling me what you want, right? I told you 3 times what I want, right?
So living area had to be something which is very lively, and this is the first room. This is the first thing that we come into, experience when we enter into our house. And if somebody else is coming to our house, somebody else is visiting our house, then this is the place where one gets that impression of how the house would be or how the people would be. So we wanted something which is very lively, and I think we got that into the paper, and idea to execution was really helpful for giving the picture to our living area.
And my thought process is very different for living area, right? See, to me it is first impression is the last impression. And it's purely a show off, right? To some extent, right? Because I hardly spend time in the living room, to be honest. I only spend time when the guests are here. Okay. So the most important thing is anybody who comes to the house, the person must admire this. Right? So a little bit show off. I would accept this. Right? But at the same time, because the moment you enter the house, as she rightly said, this is the first area you really look at it. And if it is having a wow factor, then probably it is everything is having a similar expression or impression in everybody's mind, and now the house is beautiful. I think that was my viewpoint, right? I think interior company has helped us a lot, right? And I think this is the area. I remember, Ritu, we had at least 7-8 designs, right? Yeah. And within one design, we had done so many iterations. Okay, and then we needed that with 3D also. What was she used to call that?
She used to say one thing, that render or design, renders. Right. So you wanted that renders. At times we were sitting in the office and they were like, ma'am bolengi render nikal do uska. So there were those discussions, those healthy, funny. All of us have homes, and all of us have kitchens also in our homes. And we had been seeing those kitchens from our childhood. But at the time of designing this house, I had something in my mind that it should not be a traditional one. The kitchen can't be a traditional one.
it was sort of a parivartan that we needed for it. We looked at the kitchen, which had used to have upper section, the lower section. Everybody used to feel so fascinated about. I have a headache. I have a haffle, whatever it called, right? Then different brands altogether, but we have it right for us. So I think the first thing that we discussed together was it should not be a contemporary. Okay, it has to be something very very different, right? It has to be an abstract design which doesn't follow any pattern or as such. Somewhere it has to be a drawer, somewhere it has to be a open shelf, right? And somewhere it has to be lighting, somewhere it is different, blah blah blah. But the good thing is we had a very less iterations, and interior company, especially Mansi, who had produced a design which we liked pretty much. Of course, we had some changes in terms of the color aesthetics or the combinations of the two colors and the position of certain items. And then we also had a one gas pipe which is appearing. We had at least spent more than anything to how do we hide this one, and then she came up with a unique idea which we implemented, right?
We have to have one room wherein we can set up our office or we can set up our study. So I too always used to be fascinated with this concept of having a study in the room, in the house, and something of that sort. But yes, considering the space constraints and bigger families, this concept of having a study was never been executed. But here we thought that yes, we will be having one room which will be completely dedicated to this purpose. So we have that room. There were a lot of discussions for the walls, how the walls should look like, paneling, or I don't know what else, what were those technical terms. There were so many technical terms that I also learned in this period. So that was the concept in our mind for a study room, and that got implemented. That was there, and we are really happy with the way it has appeared to us. It has come to us.
So as she rightly said, for the office room, the room is so actually this is a multi-purpose room, right? Not only the office, but also we can use it for open space, right? At least I should have a space somewhere where I can really put the mattresses onto the floor and then start playing the cards, right? One example. Second is you really want to do some party, right? In a very very closed space that is there. You want to really have an office where you want to have meetings in a closed place. Yes, you can. There are people who are coming to you and you don't want them to sit in the living room and you want to have very closed room conversation. That room is there for it, right?
So I think my son's bedroom is gaining the attraction, and there is one kind of a design which is there on the wall, and which is very boy friendly, son friendly for a boy. It is very friendly and it is very attractive. So whosoever visit our house, when they go and visit my son's house room, then they find it very attractive. Everybody says that yes, this is the best room, looks like all of your 3 rooms in this house. So that is the best part there, the study unit, the wardrobes, everything that is designed so perfectly, and the color combination that Mansi suggested us, that also worked very well for us. The best part about Mandir is that nobody notices it is as a mandir. First of all, it is not behind some walls, or it is not behind some curtains, or it is not behind anything. It is an open space. It has come out on the wall itself, where Mansi suggested us, interior company and Mansi suggested us that this should be on this wall. You can utilize this wall as your mandir.
The master bedroom, where she handed over the mic to me. Okay. Though I talked more for kids room and the office room. So bedroom is something which belonged to her more than me, because she had a study table there, right? So it is.
My office space is also there.
Yes, office space is also there. And we never wanted a table kind of a thing. We wanted something which is unique. No table, no sort of a chair which is looking like a table chair kind of a combination since the grandparents' time. No, we never wanted that. We wanted something unique, a ledge which has a drawer and it has a space to sit. That's how Mansi designed it very beautifully. Right now we have
with the TV.
Yes, she combined it with the TV unit, and the TV unit looks like a storage area as well for us. Okay, and the most beautiful thing is the paneling there, right, which looks like a part of the wall. It doesn't look like something has really put the mirrors or the glasses or something like this. No, it looks like a area which belongs to a wall. So there are a lot to say about everything, because this is the emotions that you have lived in, right? These are the areas where you had spent your countless hours and the days on it, right? This is how you want it to be.
I think the commitment and dedication that the team has, and making things into reality, that is the capability that the Inco team has. I would just rest this in two simple sentences: commitment, dedication. They are there, they are bang on it, and the patience, the capability of handling the clients is awesome. So it was a 6 months journey, which we can count literally on our fingertips. That yes, we spent some really good amount of time with Inco, and getting this house for us. They had become an integral part of our lives for that 6 months. We had been appreciating each other. We had been fighting. We had been argumenting with each other. But at the end of the day, yes, there were some good things, some bad experiences as well on those particular days. But finally, when we landed up here, it was an amazing experience. So we would highly recommend, Square Yards and the Inco teams.
I feel awesome. I feel privileged. I feel blessed. I feel honored. Right? I feel that I achieved what I wanted to. I feel I received a very good feedback. So I think it's a combination of so many things. I think it's all mixed feeling. When you say how do you feel about it, I think it is the memories are still in our heads, right? And how did we spend 6 months making this vision, whether you call it a vision or thought process, live on this floor. So it's amazing. I think it's a very unique feeling. You pretty much know that each slab on this window versus on the floor, the one tile on the floor, and then your furniture, then your paint, and then every fitting, you had been part of it, right? Okay. So I think there is no better feeling than being part of each and every inch of your house. I think that's what I feel about it.